I glance over at Yuri's face and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading this, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you longer. In the room, only the least I can do, and do a minute patient with me. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page, instead just assumes that she finishes the page before me, so I turn on my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence, so turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it further over to her side as she catches it under her thumb. Hey, Yuri, I thought this might be silly, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Couldn't even name the damn character, damn. How does she? Well, I guess she's a bit more blunt in a lot of ways. Well, she also second-guesses all of the things that she says and does, like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. I can hear this fear fester in your mind. It consumes your mannerisms. Yuri made silent for a moment. But Jimmy's, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That is embarrassing, and you think that? Wait. Shit, I suppose it was kind of mean of me to point out the main character's flaws and correlate them to your own. Even though it may be truthful. Okay, everyone. I think it's time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thoughts. Is that all right, Yuri? You look like you look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Oh my god, they touched thumbs. That's hot. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know. I'm good reasoning. In case you feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left in the book. That you need a real bookmark, son. Mental note, not gonna cut it. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe to agree. I'd agree. Oh, come on. It's only embarrassing because poetry deeps it. You can't, it beckons at a part of your soul. If you just make a funny poem, if you're too scared to reflect on yourself and share that with others. Yuri and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poem. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply, reaching into their bags. They do the same myself. Whose poem do we... This is a democracy moment.
What just happened?
Whose poem we reading?
Whose poem we reading?
Well, it's just whose we're reading first, right?
I still feel like making a democracy.
Since Yumis is insistent that Monica's gonna be only option anyway.
I mean, literally true, but we kill her too, so I guess it doesn't matter. She seemed eager to read my poem, and I'd want her to know I'm putting in the effort. Hi, Janice. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever had any suggestions for the club, like new activities, or things we could do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm settled in anyway. You want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I have to. Ha ha ha. Don't you worry, James. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But that's the sort of barrier we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, I suppose you are correct. I am Monica, my poem. Great job, Jamise. I was going, ooh, in my head when writing it. And reading it, it's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. Yeah, but that's a strategy that you don't admit out loud. Ahahaha, that's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayuri, who likes simple and direct words used to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when the readers are left to derive their own meanings out of poems. It's very challenging to write things like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry about so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring. Remember trying new things. God, Monica's just has the fucking personality of a wet napkin.
Fair.
I'm mashing her dialogue. Anyways, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, because I have to sound confident. Doesn't always mean you have it, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the Wall! Oh, it's my favorite Cartoon Network game show.
I've never. Destroy, Build, Destroy is Pog.
Okay, I've actually never watched Hole in the Wall, and I've never watched Destroy, Build, Destroy.
Dude, they build shit out of they build like cars and shit out of random shit.
Yeah, right.
And then they fucking blow them up and
no way.
And then they build new shit.
What? Really? Holy shit! I can't fucking believe it. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle? What the fuck is a spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue, but no, I can't. God, make your poems fucking rhyme so I can sing to them. No, I can't see, I'm real blind. Like a film left out. God. Like a film left out in the sun. Who the fuck? You have to like work in film to know what that would do. I don't know, man. But it's too late. My damn retinas already scorched by a permanent copy of meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. Oh my god, it's like the frickin' thing is like cheesy dodging, breaking the fourth ball, blah 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 blah. What do you think? Very freeform. Sorry, I'm not really the right person. This should be style about. God, I just wanna. Oh, thank fucking Christ. I just morbed. It's morbin time. Alright, let's get Natsuki over with, because, you know, well, we're getting the bad one over with. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. And that's a little blunt. Well, excuse me, princess. It's not like I said I was bad. I just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? Call her bluff, say yes. Well, anyway, I guess I just needed to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. And horses can race. And cheetahs can run. And eagles can fly. And people can try. But that's about it. Honestly, not the worst poem in the world. The last few lines really salvaged it from being ass.
Don't worry, Mies. It is Gucci.
This poem? I wouldn't call it Gucci.
I'm gonna be real. I think it's definitely better than the one that we made.
We didn't make a poem.
The start of the poem.
Wait, we just never finished it?
No, we never finished it. Do you want to make a poem? Is that an activity you would like to partake in?
No, I thought we just picked words out in game and we made one.
No. Are you talking about like the literal poem, like the actual poetry
No,
making?
not
or...
the one in the fucking shitty Word document with the highlighting.
Oh, yeah. Well, we don't know what poem we wrote. We just know it has those 20 words in it.
Oh my god.
I mean, if it is those 20 words and that's it, then yes, every poem is better than it. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated. It was sophisticated. Those last few lines were kind of good. So people don't even take my writing seriously. What?
Simping ain't pipping.
I'm just saying, people can try, and that's about it. And like, damn, I felt that. That's all.
Simping ain't pipping, boy.
Simp for the goddamn tsundere? You gotta be shitting me. I'd be caught dead before that happens. That is the point of poems. People have to express themselves. Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Well, I mean, clearly our character be simping. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be very disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on wordplay. Like I set up a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. Cool. That's what it made. I don't feel like. Oh, thank God it's over.
I hate writing poems, but guys.
What?
My poem just sucked so much, but I did this, and this to put a bunch of effort into it, allegedly.
True! It's like, oh my God, my poem is so bad, no one will like it, but I did this thing, and...
No, it's usually like, you have to like present something. Yeah, I know that mine's not gonna be as good as the person that literally went right before them. But here we go. And then they pull out like fucking a PowerPoint, like 8 videos. They randomly pull out like fucking snacks and shit for the fucking videos.
True.
And then they literally take you to fucking like Bay Beach for the day for their presentation type of shit.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Like,
Alright, democracy moment. Now that we got the shitters out of the way. Click.
Chain smoker.
My favorite line in the whole game.
She's on a smoke break right now.
She's on a smoke break.
As
As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? And I just say that out loud. Yuri covers her mouth, but at the end ends up covering her whole face. He's going to...
That is, she's not covering her face, she's pulling out her hair, what the fuck?
True! Literally true! They couldn't be bothered to draw another fucking image! You really didn't.
Oh, they use all the images later.
True! You really didn't want to do anything wrong. That's... I guess you're right. I'm getting so nervous for ahahaha. Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates that you are a master of poetrycraft. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first attempt, bitch. Yuri stares at me blankly and then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her fingers along the words in the poem,
as if breaking it down more thoroughly.
Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to know. It was just on there specific
Dude,
writing habits.
it's literally Yamis on Discord on his old PC.
I don't think the PC made a difference in voice quality, did it?
You definitely do not go roboto as much.
Oh, that's right, because of the Ethernet.
And then there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and I've been through that myself. I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing is to recognize that new writers and they try to the style is very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and as they form the two together, the end result is both the style and the experience assist or weaken. Once Yuri
Finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that is something that you cannot be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not even finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by experience and trying new things. I also hope that everyone in the club gives you valuable feedback. Notsky can be a bit biased, though. Biased?
Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. I'm sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Notsky. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share your thoughts process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily as if the rare opportunity.
When did Nigel Thornberry join the chat?
Nigel. Is this Nigel Thornberry? I've never watched that cartoon where he partakes in, so I have not the idea. I have not the idea of what he sounds like. However, I just feel like when Yuri is passionate about her reading and literatures, it makes sense for her to sound like Nigel Thornberry. However, she turns back to her chain-smoking self when she's not nervous.
Which is kind of funny. After all, this isn't supposed to be a literature club?
Ghost under light. The tendrils of hair illuminate beneath the amber glow.
Is that battling or bathing? I can't tell. Battling.
It must be this one, the last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue ocean hue of the future. I battle, calm, breathing air, out of the present but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicken back. I like it, I dig it.
I'm sorry to... Oh, I thought you were just writing cursive.
I wasn't thinking that at all, but you were looking. It took a really long time. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is quite pretty.
That's a relief.
I liked your poem, even though it was short. It was very descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you liked it, and I'll be honest. This is the first time considering I wanted to write something like a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts?
Yo, where's that Nigel Thornberry clip at? Oh, there
It's in the chat. Oh yeah, that's my default fucking forever sound.
I don't want to alarm you, dearest, but I'm afraid I've lost the sight in my eye.
Move your hand, Nigel.
What a woman. I'll do this
What's
with
Nigel?
my
What
hands.
cartoon is he from?
The Thornberry?
Thornberry.
And they're not mermaids, they're dugongs! Eliza, we heard... Lord Nelson's trousers is the Yeti. No creature threatens a Thornberry.
Dad, don't!
Eliza, get behind me.
Okay. I cannot deny. Yuri sounds like Nigel Thornberry. Some of the time. Actually, that's all. The story isn't about a ghost at all, Jimmy. Really? Yeah. Bitch, I got the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance. Ooh, what if the dialogue changed if we read the poem for longer? They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solid way of putting it. I hadn't even thought of that. It's impressive.
It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so
If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you.
you think so?
Yes, of course.
You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing it the best for you, Jimmy.
Me too.
Who's ready for the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse?